they have this weekend represent their country. They put them on the podium.
Everybody's not gone through that?
Well, maybe some people are a little late.
47 times.
Is that what they...
Let's go, Brayden!
They're ready. See, I told you.
Yes, Evo! Carl, can you sit on your ass and pull you up?
Only 4. There you go.
Go. Yeah. One at the camera.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Canadian Pilsner, baby! Woo! Let's go, Team Canada! Freaking love us. He'll be talking. We don't like more episodes. I'm on probation. I'll be here.
Yeah, they have them on the way. I know.
Ryder. And we're about ready to say hello to old Canada. Yeah! You guys ready to go?
Oh, hell yeah, we are. We're ready to party.
I tell you, your team, your fans have come up here. They have come in droves. Of course, they're close just across the border. They're having a great time.
Yeah, we'll hear them screaming. They'll be into the beers. It'll be wicked.
Tell us what it feels like to represent the country.
Of course, man. You know we're here for one reason. Of course, there's a lot of blood coming over across the border, so it's sick. Everybody's ready to go.
Oh, Canada!
Oh yeah, oh Canada!
Oh, Carl, you've got to be feeling good about this.
Well, 10th, about as the hard way as it can get. We got Dylan right here. Dylan, man, talk about that MX1 qualifier. Boy, that start.
Yeah, not the easy way to get into the top 10, that's for sure. When you're laying on the ground about 20 feet out of the gate, it's not ideal. Yeah, I got a decent jump. And Gertz came over on me, and I got pinched between him and Jeremy Sewer on my right, and I had nowhere to go. He hit my front tire, I went down, and was not happy about it for sure. He didn't need to go that far right, in my opinion. You know, just kind of over the bar would have been necessary, but away she goes. It's his first 450 race. I'm sure we'll get him back here by the end of the weekend. But away she goes. We had a good ride. My speed was really good, so I was happy with my riding and stuff. I just need to clean up a few little things for tomorrow, but we know what we need to do and make a couple changes and yeah, see if we can kind of break into the ride that could have, should have been from about 5th to 6th there.
Right, now, I mean, like we were just talking just before I started this here, but I guess the announcers were saying something that, oh, I thought it was Dylan that fell in the first turn, but it couldn't at the start, but it couldn't have been because he's up in 10th now, man. So I mean, you got to be happy with how you rode because your lap times were great. You were passing guys, and then how about at the end there, coming up on Tony Caroli and Dean Wilson right ahead of him?
Yeah, I was able to catch Caroli, but man, trying to get around him is a whole other story. The guy's got a ton of knowledge, and yeah, he's not easy to get a pass. He's a fun guy to race with, so we were coming through the pack a little bit there, and like you say, yeah, catching up to Dino. I just wish I had a better start and would have been able to run. I guess my lap times were within the top 5 there, so just clean that up tomorrow. I feel like I'm a broken record saying I gotta clean my starts up, but we're working on it. We're getting better, but yeah, we'll see for tomorrow. Make a little sprocket change and see if we can just get out of the gate just a little bit better and man, go battle with. I guess we'll be 2 classes at a time, so see what happens.
All right, last thing I got to mention, it was pretty cool. Caroli came over and was chatting with you before the start, and I got the feeling he was joking about being an old man and getting a sore back. What was he saying?
Yeah. I was just funny because we actually have the same birthday, so I was just wishing him happy birthday, and then he wished me happy birthday, and I didn't really want to ask him how old he is because for me it's okay, 25, yeah, it's great, but he was like, oh man, to be 25 again. I was like, yeah, and then I'm right behind him in the race trying to get by him. It's just kind of funny, but we chatted after the race too. Him and I, we kind of find each other on the track once in a while, and he's, we respect each other and we race hard, but he's like, oh man, he's such a good dude. And he's the idol that I grew up, looking up to, so he's a good dude.
Nice. All right, so you mentioned sprocket change, the jump. You got to get out of the start. What are you going to do? I mean, what do you do for tomorrow?
Yeah, just focus in on the start. I think the speed's there and the riding's there. It's just a matter of getting out of the gate and getting up with the guys that I need to be around. Yeah, I think just clean that up, and a couple other things coming down some of the hills I want to clean up a little bit too, but yeah, other than that it's minor. We got to practice tomorrow to kind of shake it down a little bit before the motos, so should be good. Looking forward to it, and yeah, just go crush some chicken and pasta tonight and get ready for tomorrow, and go have some fun out there with the guys. It's gonna be fun racing against my buddy Ruben tomorrow. He had a good qualifying day today, so it'll be fun to go bang some bars with him.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for the chat, and good luck tomorrow.
Awesome, thanks.
Qualifying day, we got Ryder McNabb here. Ryder, man, the start, you got kind of squeezed out there, then you had your work cut out for you, man. Talk about that qualifying race.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Didn't get the best start I wanted. I mean, I was going out there with the best guys in the world, so I was a little nervous going up there. Got out there, first 2 laps, I mean, it's just hectic. Guys are going around you left and right and cross jumping you. It's the gnarliest thing I've ever done. I've never been in anything like that before, so it's definitely a learning experience, and I mean, yeah, just gonna try and get better tomorrow. I guess we're going out with 450s, but gonna try and get a better start, and yeah, just keep it going. Keep getting better every time I get out there.
Nice. Now, I mean, back home in Canada, if somebody happens to get around you, which isn't very often, you know who it's going to be. But when people went by, were you looking at names and going, "What? Who is that?"
Honestly, not really. I just kind of ducked my head and just ate roost, kind of. It was. I mean, yeah, in Canada. Canada, it's not many times there's people going around me, so I get to hear and you have 10 guys go by you on the start. It's pretty crazy, and then you have Joe Shimoda going around the outside of you in the first turn and second turn, and then crashing and then coming back past you. It's crazy. Right. But he caught up to you there. I was you stuck with him pretty good. Were you trying to learn some things and do what he was doing? Obviously, he has experience here. Yeah, you shouldn't hear a bunch. Yeah, I just honestly, when he got in front of me, I tried to hold on to him as long as I can. Yeah, I tried to do that. I didn't hang with him for very long, but he also didn't get too far away from me, so I think that was pretty good. Nice, man. Let's talk about the track. Red Bud, I mean, the track prep. What did you think of the track? The Rocco's leap, did you give it a go? No, I didn't get the leap. It was pretty big. I just kind of felt like I was going to come up a couple feet short on it, so I didn't try it. Didn't want to make a dumb mistake on that. Track is awesome. I love the elevation. I love the track. I love the ruts. They're sick. You guys are doing an amazing job prepping it. It's definitely a lot different than the way Manitoba or Canada shapes up. It's the bumps are a lot bigger, and it's just honestly it shapes up a completely different way. So it's something to get used to. All right, well, you guys are gonna head for dinner. We gotta go to bed. What do you do for tomorrow? I mean, starts are of course key, but you're going to be up against 450s. What do you do for tomorrow? Honestly, yeah, go get good dinner, get rested up, get a good sleep, then go out there for tomorrow. Honestly, I don't know. I've never been up there and had to ride an MXON in an open class. So honestly, just go out there and have an open mind about it and go and just honestly try my best. That's all we can do, right? Absolutely, man. Well, nice. I mean, you look comfortable out there. Obviously, with a start, you had that group of like 9 riders ahead of you. You're there. It was like I was watching them. It was like, oh man, if you just get with those dudes. But yeah, man. So good luck tomorrow. Try to get a good start, man, and we'll see you there. Do you want to thank any sponsors, Ryder? Just everybody under here, everybody that can put this on. So everybody under the rig, you're doing a good job keeping the bikes together, getting the rig here. Honda, Fox Canada, GDR Fox Racing Team, Al's Excavating, Peter's Paving, Alice Brace, Oakley, everybody else, thank you so much. All right, good luck. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, Tyler, I guess I got to mention it again. It's going to come down to starts. We got to get starts. You had a great jump, man. You're heading into that first turn, then the guys kind of swallowed you up from the outside, and then chaos kind of happened. Talk about your qualifier.
Yeah, like you said, my jump was really good, and I was going down the start straight, and then like the guys just swept across and hitting bars and guys crashing all over the place, and buddy fell right in front of me, and I had to like come to almost a dead stop and go around him, and then 2 corners later somebody fell in front of me, ran into him, went down, got clipped. Yeah, so it was just a bit frustrating. I mean, I rode okay to come back. I was moving forward, and yeah, it it's just hectic out there, really. You gotta get through the first turn. You know, you gotta take advantage of like a good jump like that. I think maybe from the outside it might be a little bit better. So yeah, because that way you're not gonna get the guys going like, you know, kamikaze from the outside to sweep. You could be one of those guys. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like, yeah, you have, you know, you can just send it. Whereas like where I was, it'd be nice to be over a little bit further to the right, because then that way, you know, I could have squeaked in the inside instead of just like getting in the middle of everybody, and there was just, yeah, so you get roosted, can't see, and then there's people just crashing and crossing all over, so you need to get a good start. So. Right. Well, you're in some familiar names too. Guadagnini, the guy you guys always see end up together in these events, it seems. He managed to get through the pack, move up kind of bit. Like you said, you had some troubles. How was the track? And talk about that. How rough did it get? I mean, the track was great. The track was awesome. There's so many good lines. It's nice and rough. It's wide. Like, yeah, I really can't complain about the track. And I mean, just for me, it's just minimizing those stupid mistakes, and it's really not stupid. It's just, you know, I got to get myself out of those positions, so I need to get, you know, and that starts with getting a better start. So we'll go from there. I mean, obviously, I had bad luck with the. There's like a clip that holds the sound baffle in the pipe, and it only goes in one direction, and what happens is it would vibrate, and like the tabs look like it goes in one way, but it doesn't. It actually goes in reverse, and then the thing won't come out. But we had it in backwards, and I blew my sound thing out. What's it called? Anyways, the baffle. It came out, so then after all that, I came out, and then I failed the sound test because the insert, the insert blew out. So I lost 5 more positions because of that. So that's kind of, yeah.
So you cross the line 20th after a hard battle.
Yeah.
Good fight. That puts you back to the random test, sound test there, back to 25th. Canada's 17th. I mean, heading into tomorrow, what do we do?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, like I said, we just got to get better starts and just be in the mix. I mean, obviously, you know, it might rain. It might be, you know, so that might add something to it, which kind of sucks because the track is really good the way it is right now and the weather's been really nice. So, yeah, but I'd like to get some good results, and the boys are riding good, so I think we all can, just step it up and beat our result from last year.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for the chat. Go get some dinner. What's the dinner plan tonight?
I don't know, man. I don't want to mess around. I might just get a quick Chipotle.
Again?
Yeah, it's so good. I wish we had it at home.
All right, hey, do you want to thank anybody before I let you go?
Yeah, obviously Jeff and Alex and the whole Team Canada here. Everybody's working hard. All the bikes are stripped down right now, so the boys are working. And yeah, just all the support from all the Canadian fans and you know, all the other fans here. You can hear people cheering us on around the track, which is nice here.
All right, man. Get some sleep, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yep, thanks.
Sure, yeah.
main guy, but
we talk about if you get 10 spots here and you only lose 4 here, who cares?
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Let's go, Canada! Let's go! Woo! Woo!
Who are not from our country and everybody who is here. Hopefully we're...
This district in Michigan. Put your hands together.
But you got my heart revving. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Look out, Billy.
Take what I need. I tell you, what did I get?
I'd followed him. All right, we got Dylan Wright, man. Boy, the tough weekend here for the boys, but you turned it around that last moto, man. You look great. Let's talk about how it went here after.
Yeah, thank God we had that last moto, that's for sure. Yeah, not the weekend I think we all wanted, but hey, it's motocross. It happens when it, sometimes when it rains it pours, and it did today a little bit, but kind of the way she goes. Yeah, I think the qualifying races went decent for me. You know, I was on the ground early, but was able to kind of show some speed and get back up to where I needed to be to, you know, for us to make the main today. And yeah, the first moto was a little bit of one I would have liked to forget today.
You know what? I was, obviously this is such a big track, and I didn't see what happened. Take us through that, man. What was? I'm hearing stories you were under the bike for quite a long time. What happened?
Yeah, so I actually got a pretty good start. I think I was 9th or so. Just going over that wall jump, and we were about 3 wide, and I got into this deep kind of rut off the face. And I caught foot peg at the top of it and just did a front flip right over the front of the bike. So the bike got stuck, and I just kind of kept going. I landed, and then I got landed on by about 3 more guys. I was stuck under another guy's bike for quite a while, and then yeah, it wasn't great. And then once I got my bike back out, I couldn't quite get it going because it was like full of mud, and I couldn't quite, the start switch wouldn't quite go down because it was just too full of mud. So I was cleaning it out to get it going. And yeah, and then I didn't have any goggles because one of the guys landed on me and ripped my goggles right off. So yeah, it wasn't ideal the way to start the day, but you know, kind of the way she goes. And then kind of was, you know, working my way back up to the pack, and then my front brake locked up going down one of the hills, and then I went down, and then I got up and tried to kind of get it unseized, and then I was going up the hill and it seized again. I went down, and I kind of had to boot the caliper to get it unseized. I think there might have been a little pebble or something in there. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen in the mud. It's a little bit of, you know, it can either go really good or really bad, and it was kind of just a little bit of a snowball effect. But yeah, I think it was important for me to go out with that last moto and kind of show what I got, and I was able to do it. I think with a minus, a few of those mistakes could have been a couple more positions up there, but you know, we'll take it, especially on a day like today when the track's gnarly and not ideal conditions.
Oh, Dylan, we got to talk about okay. My key takeaway here is you were 10th in that last one. The guy ahead of you, Antonio Caroli, probably his last race. You guys spoke before yesterday. You guys were chatting. You went out there and chased him down, man. You guys were battling, but you didn't quite get him, man. That must have been. How was that race? Yeah, I know. We always seem to find each other on track, him and I. I think we're just kind of pretty close in speed, so we always seem to either I'm catching him or he's catching me. We just seem to find each other everywhere. But yeah, no, obviously it's cool. He's a legend. He's a guy that I grew up, you know, looking up to as an idol, really. So it's obviously a pleasure to ride with him and learn from him, to be honest, and just see what he's doing different than what I am, because he's got a lot of years of experience, and he's one guy that is dang hard to pass, because I feel like the guy's got eyes on the back of his head sometimes. He just knows where he's going to be, but I guess that's what happens when you're a veteran. You've been doing this for 20-some years. So yeah, just an overall great guy, though. I talked to him quite a bit in the pits, and he's always got time to talk, and a good dude. That's awesome. So what do you take away from this? I mean, not where we wanted to be. I mean, you're 31st in the first one with your troubles. I mean, it just shows you how tough this race is to have everything come together and do well. Are you upset? Are you motivated? What does this do for you? Yeah, I think I was upset after the first race. Just, you know, shit happens, and you know, I wish one of these events it wouldn't rain, and then everybody would be on a little bit of the same playing field in the mud, because in the mud you just never know. Anything can kind of go good or go wrong. So it'd be fun to have one of these races when it's dry and everybody can have a good time, because man, the mechanics have to work extra hard on days like today, and you know, everybody kind of, the mood's just not the same. I feel like when it's raining and it's kind of, the track's not ideal, unless you're winning, that's for sure. But yeah, I think you know, we're motivated to do better. I like where my speed is at. I kind of showed some speed with lap times and stuff this weekend that you know, we belong in the top 10 in the world, so it's obviously a good place to be, and just keep grinding away and kind of climb myself up the old ladder a little bit and see how far we can go. A few of the guys in front of me aren't too far, so it's just a matter of taking that next little jump and continue getting better. So it's motivating for sure to, you know, have an undefeated season and then come here and get my ass kicked. So, you know, we got to go back to work and figure out what those guys are doing better. All right, well, the internet would kick me in the butt if I didn't ask this next question. This pretty much closes out your season. Where are you going next year, buddy? I don't know, honestly. I have nothing really done yet, to be honest. So I got a few things on the works, but
yeah, nothing really signed, sealed, delivered yet. I wanted to get through this event. This one's obviously a big one for the country, and this year I feel like I had a really good shot. So, get through this one and then move on from here. I'm sure this week there'll be some phone calls being had. So, yeah, it's kind of not the fun part of our job. If, you're not doing it with an agent like I do, but it's a part that's got to get done eventually. So try and tee that down in the next couple of weeks, and yeah, hopefully have some news for everybody.
All right. Okay, buddy. Well, man, again, you gave us a highlight of the weekend. That was fun to watch out there, dude. You look great. Who do you want to thank, Dylan? Let's thank some people before I let you go. Yeah, we got to celebrate.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody, obviously from Team Canada, my mechanic Justin, Derek, Colt, Carl, Ryder, Brayden, Tyler and his crew, honestly just everybody with the team. It's been a great weekend with Zev. I just heard him yelling in the back there. Just everybody from the team, and honestly all the fans for coming out. It was pretty surreal in the motos, hearing the cheers all over the track for me when I'm going by. So it was cool to see Canada show up in big numbers and cheer us on. It's definitely, you get that extra cool feeling when you see your big flag on the side of the track on the hot lap. It's cool, and yeah, it's just all them, and then obviously all the team sponsors, but we don't have to get into those. Just everybody that got us here and got into the race. And yeah, honestly, Honda Canada, GDR, Fox with our sick kit this weekend, and the custom helmets and everything.
White was a bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea for today, but Fox killed it. So thanks to JC, Austin, and the guys at Fox, and yeah, just everybody. It's a great weekend, and reflect on it. It'll be one of the ones that I remember. It always is. It's one of those events that's just cool. So.
All right, Dylan. Hey, thanks for your time, buddy. All of us are looking forward to hearing what you have, what your news is. So good luck with all that, and then we'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Tyler, Medaglia, let's talk about this, buddy. You're in some pain, but we'll get to that, obviously. Take us through the racing today. Mutter, how'd it go?
Yeah, it was, it was hectic out there. I mean, yeah, it's just a typical MX Nations, man. People.
Why is that? Oh,
it's just like
rain.
Yeah, rain every year, and people just smashing into each other in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth corner and jumping on each other. It was just insane. So, yeah, I mean, luckily I didn't get involved into any of that, but yeah, yesterday, just I mean, it was tough. I knew coming in that. That my hand was sensitive, and it was still healing, kinda. I mean, I've been riding for a couple weeks, but just like by myself. It's quite a bit different than riding with the best guys in the world. So yesterday I had an issue, obviously. Got together with somebody, and like he said, just like the handlebar hit the top of my hand. It's full of popcorn grease and beer right now, but yeah, I went to the asterisk thing, got an x-ray, and the bone re-broke in qualifying yesterday. So like every time today I pull the front brake and I can feel the bone lifting up. So yeah, I mean, it's the other fractures were healing, which is nice. Like they're more or less healed, but from that hit yesterday, it just the big one was re-broke.
Oh man. All right, well, take us through the riding today. I mean, how did you? Obviously, it affected your riding.
Yeah.
But how did the races go? What were you in some battles? Or were you just trying to get through it? How'd it go?
Yeah, in the first moto, I was battling. I was in some battles for the whole race. I mean, I think me and Anstey passed each other like 5 or 6 different times. He would get stuck in a mud hole or something, and I'd pass him, and then he'd go by me, and then I'd pass him at the end, and yeah, so that was kind of something that was kind of getting me through. And then the second moto was just like, what is it? The second moto was like just like whether I could do it or not. Like my hands swole up and it was hurting. That I got a shot when I got the x-ray here at the asterisk thing, and it lasted like 15 minutes. It took the edge off for 15 minutes of the first moto, but
Alpine Stars.
Oh, Alpine Stars. I'm aging myself now. So anyways, yeah, and then it's just one of those things, man. Like second moto, I actually had a good jump like normal, and the Italian guy, went to hit the outside of the berm and stuffed it and ate shit right in front of me.
Dude, you should have seen how fast you leaned into that first
Yeah, I know.
turn.
I was like, okay, I'll just follow this guy.
There was no way that was gonna work.
Yeah. And of course I'm like,
Guadagnini.
Yeah, you just see like there's like 6 feet of mud there, and I'm like, oh man, here we go. But I had a good jump. And I was like, I'll just follow him, and then of course he stuffs it. And then yeah, I mean the second moto was just salvage. It was every time I'd land, it would like drop my whole elbow. I was like compensating with my other thing. So I mean, yeah, I didn't pull off. I didn't quit. I rode as hard as I could. It just sucks yesterday, right? And that's the risk I was willing to take. And I knew it was going to be challenging, but I mean, obviously yesterday messed me up.
Well, that's too bad, man. So now you're obviously rebroken or kind of back to square one for your recovery. Did you have other races planned for this fall, or what was your plan?
Yeah, like I was gonna race the last FMSQ next weekend, so it's at my buddy Phil Chaney's place. So that'll be
won the cord.
Yeah,
Corduroy.
The cord is this weekend.
Oh, he's in it. He won the first day.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, it's at his place, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to wait. I think the next race that I might do would be like one of the last races at Lake Havasu. It's either a Works or any MXGP or whatever their series is. So that's mid-November. So I want to host a race at Kalte Raceway. So yeah, it'd be awesome to be ready for that again. And we'll just see. I'll see how the hand recovers from this, and yeah, hopefully in a couple weeks I can start riding again.
All right. Well, I'm not going to see you for a little while, so I got to ask you about next season. How much more you got? What are you going to do next year? Do you have any thoughts? What's the plan?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with this year being so good, and the gas isn't really changing next year. Yeah, I'll likely, my deal. I had a 2-year deal, and it was done this year. So I got to kind of see what I want to do and renegotiate, and hopefully, yeah. I mean, I really like the program I have. I have a great sponsor with Cobequid, and my gas bike is wicked, and it's not changing. So it'll be like 3 years for me on the same chassis, which will be good. And I got a lot of testing and development in it, and yeah, just hopefully I can challenge Dylan again. But yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? That Alex said last night, 2 nights ago at dinner.
Right.
He said Tyler Medaglia is the most expensive guy I've ever met.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I ride a lot, and I ride in the woods. Okay, woods racing is hard on gear. I will admit that. But he likes to give me shit, huh?
Oh yeah, it was funny. It was quite funny. He was a few buckets in.
Yeah, I bet. Oh yeah, the buckets. Yeah, he likes the buckets.
All right, Tyler. Hey man, appreciate the time here. It's time to have a good time, relax.
Yep.
Do you want to thank anyone before we go?
Yeah, obviously all the support we had from Team Canada. My mechanic Jeff really worked his ass off. All the mechanics under the team, the boys rode their asses off. Hats off to Dylan. He was on that world stage level that that we know that he is. And yeah, just everybody that showed up and cheered us on, and we had a lot of support here, so it was great. Thank you.
All right, well, hey, good luck healing up, and good luck at your next event. Ryder McNabb here. Ryder, obviously not the Motocross Nations you wanted, but let's talk about the racing today. How did everything go?
Yeah, I mean, it's didn't go how we wanted, but I mean, it's still an awesome opportunity. It's still an awesome race to come to, but going into my first moto, I wasn't super up there in the start, but I ended up being behind Dino and in there, and then I think I was probably 20th to 25th or something, and then I ended up crashing and then going back to 30th or something, and then me and Dylan ended up going 30th and 31st. So that was I mean, it wasn't the best race, but it's the guys out here are ripping, and
let me talk about that. I mean, just to say that you and Dylan went 30th and 35th. I mean, the depth is crazy. I mean, without a start, you're not going to chew through this field. Just talk about that. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, Dylan went down and his front brake got locked up or something, and ended up getting it freed up. But yeah, I mean, the guys out here, the sprint speed off the start it's nuts, and being on a 250 with the 450s, it's hard. But whatever, we'll come back one day and we'll get up there.
You have to tell your dad to make a metal grate at home and start practicing those.
Yeah, for sure. That'll be key for sure.
Hey, talk about that actually, because I saw Derek was drawing it up. You guys are talking about, obviously you're way on the outside in that first one, and you tried the old, the classic cut across, grab the inside. It worked kind of, but talk about how that went.
So that was honestly probably the best idea we could have had on the 250, because all the guys bunch up in the outside. That's where they go. They all jam each other into that outside, and somebody's going over the berm. And being on a 250 against 450s on the outside is not the best idea. So I think I got a decent start for being on the outside on a 250, going up against some fast guys like Dino and Eli and Chase and all those guys. So yeah, I mean, we'll come back one day and be ready.
All right, now let's okay. Now, your second moto, you went out for the sight lap. All of a sudden, I had no idea where you were. I was looking around for you, and there you were pushing the bike back around the second turn.
Yeah, I went out. I came back in the first moto actually, and they were like, what's wrong with the bike? I'm like, well, it lost power on that last lap. It wasn't running right. They came to me and said, hey, your header was broken. We'll change your header and your clutch. And I'm like, yep, sounds good. Went out, and every time I let off the gas, it would just shut off. So it's something electrical or something, water got in somewhere or something, but we couldn't figure it out, and couldn't line up for Moto 2.
How far did you get? Because I mean, when I saw you, it was pretty late, and then all of a sudden you're pushing the bike back like towards the start and stuff. How far did you have to push that bike in that mud?
Well, I got to the triple step up the top corner up there, and then that's where it died.
You pushed it from there?
I rolled it down the hills. I got it running to get up the hill, and then I pushed it from there.
Oh my God. All right, well, that's disappointing, man. So how do you feel? I mean, what do you take away from the event? I mean, obviously that didn't go the way you wanted, but you've got the speed to perform here. At, what do you do moving forward?
Honestly, just keep working at it and keep training, and come back more prepared on how fast these guys are going to be. And I mean, yeah, work on our sprint speed for sure. They're nuts on the first couple laps.
All right, well, congrats, man, getting out there. It's the rookie. What was it like, by the way, just the crowds? I mean, it was just insane here. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, honestly, I was just in shock when we went around on that parade in the back of the truck. Like, honestly, I didn't even know what to do. It's just, there's so many people here, and it's just insane. There's people with air horns, chainsaws, everything you can think of. It's nuts.
Anything that makes noise, they got it.
Exactly. Anything that makes noise, it's insane.
All right, now I think I know where you're going, but can we say where you're going next year yet?
I'm not really sure yet.
Okay.
Still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know.
All right, I won't bug you anymore on that. All right, wait, hang on. Who do you want to thank, Ryder, before we let you go?
Honestly, everybody under the rig. We had a couple fire drills this weekend. Dylan had to get his motor swapped. I almost had to get my motor swapped. I wish we could have done it, but we only had 30 minutes in that one, so that would have been tough. Everybody under the rig. GDR, Honda Fox Canada, Al's Excavating, Peters Paving, Oakley, Atlas Brace. Everybody else, thank you so much.
All right, man. Well, congrats. I know we haven't seen the last of you wearing the maple leaf, so good luck in the future, buddy.
For sure. I'll be back.
Yeah, Eli!